What is going on, YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to tell you 3 things the food industry doesn't want you to know, and I'll be at it right after this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with another video, and I wanted to break down 3 things that the food industry doesn't want you to know about the food that you're getting. The number one thing they don't want you to know is that they take pesticides and they nail our fruits and vegetables with them. So when you're out there at the grocery store or the supermarket and you're buying your fruits and vegetables, you got to understand that they've probably been covered in pesticides. And why would they do that? Think about it. It's pretty much common sense. If you have a whole field of corn and you want to be able to utilize as much corn as possible, the bugs are going to get to it because they're shipping it all over the world, and they need to grow in long times, and they need long distances between it, and so they're going to cover it in pesticides. And because they're covering in pesticides so they can ship it all around, that means when you get it, it's still covered in pesticides. So that's something for you to think about, especially if you've got farmers markets and local people that are growing. This is why people stress to get to the local farmers market, which I would totally 100% agree with, guys, because if you're buying it from the big chains, there's a good chance that they just covered that thing in chemicals so that it could get to you and they could produce more of it. And back in the day, you used to have little teeny markets for each little area. That doesn't happen as much anymore. They're big, huge markets that ship them all over the world, and as they're doing that, they're just littering that stuff with pesticides. So that's something for you to keep in mind. The second thing I want to tell you about today is the food industry markets 1.6 billion with a B. $1.6 billion of advertising money towards kids. Think about that. And when I say that, we're talking about processed, sugar-based junk food to kids. Putting their favorite cartoon characters on it, putting their favorite things on it, labeling stuff as healthy like a fruit snacks when they're not, tricking people into buying it for their kids, and ultimately making it so their kids watch a TV commercial and then they go to mom and say, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. You think about it, the $1.6 billion a year is spent on that, and I think that we've learned over the time that things like Ronald McDonald sell, and that these kind of things are going to continue to be trickled down and marketed towards our children in the future. So that's not a little problem, that's a big problem. Tip number 3 is, guys, this is crucially important and very interesting. Things nowadays say high fiber. And why? Because fiber is good for your digestive system. So now it's a big push, and people know that if they write high fiber on something, that as a consumer, you're going to buy it. You're going to be more likely to buy it because you've heard all the great things that high fiber can do. Problem is, these high fiber things that they're promoting to you have synthetic fiber in them. Wrap your head around that. Most of us know what aspartame is. Most of us know what these sweeteners are and that they're not unhealthy for us, and we're able to make decisions on whether or not we want to add those things because they're man-made things, right? So when you think about something, you say, well, you want a man-made thing, right? You don't want a synthetic sugar. You don't want, you want to try to stay as natural as you can, right? Well, now they synthetically make fiber. It is not fiber, and just because something says high fiber in it does not mean it has natural fiber. And that is something that's interesting. We all know that low fat doesn't mean healthy. We all know that there's so many ways that they've come up with to pull the wool over your eyes. So I gave you 3 of them, and just because I'm here, I'm going to throw a 4th one at you as a bonus tip. And that's just the fact that they know, the food industry has paid for studies to sway in their direction. And that's something you guys gotta pay attention to and understand. A really good example of that is milk. Milk is still on the food pyramid chart as you need to have X number of servings for milk, and milk is the #1 sponsor of the food chart. They'll never not have the food chart without dairy being on it. Dairy's going to be on the list. no matter if it's healthy or not. You make your own decisions on that. You can do your own research. But the reason it's on the list is because dairy pays for that study. And there's just time and time again, the sugar industry has been notorious for paying for studies. Matter of fact, all you keto people out there, you're going to love this. The reason we say fat is bad is because sugar paid for those studies to say fat is bad. All of those studies back sugar, and now we know sugar, come on, sugar is not good for you. So it just goes to show you how much we do get the wool pulled over our eyes. So that's my man Frankie. So that's all I got for you today, guys. I'm going to go get that little guy into bed. So I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you supporting the channel. If you got something out of this, give it that thumbs up. Smash it for me, guys. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you're thinking about the food industry. And most important, if you haven't done it already, subscribe. Share it with your friends, guys. Let them know there's a laundry list of things that we don't know about the food industry that they're pulling the wool on us, and I want to give you guys a heads up. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.